price already gave us a lower time frame break and retest. Okay, lower time frame break and retest. Now we are now having a higher time frame break and retest, which is what I spoke about, all right, since 2 weeks now, or even more. Okay, I even posted this on my Twitter, which I think I'll add this somewhere around in this video. Okay, so I've been anticipating this drop on BTC for the longest of time, like but I saw these very nice setups, which I had to take it. Okay, which, like I said, I've shared the signal. Stop loss is just at this week here. Okay, we had that nice trade, so we are targeting this 100% retracement level down. Then we can go all the way to our 87k. Okay, so first level target as usual 91k again. Then I can also swing it to 84k. So, peeps, FX right here, welcome back to my channel. So this is a usual weekly market forecast for the 20th to the 24th of January. Okay, which is I think the 4th or 3rd week of January 2025. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. And also, if you are not subscribed, please do well to smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so that you could be notified on when we drop our videos, and also like and share and drop a comment. Always drop a comment. Okay, let us know your thoughts too on our analysis, or drop some fire emoji on this post. Okay, so moving forward, so this week we are starting from BTC, or we're starting with BTC rather. So for last week we were very much bearish on BTC, which you can see how we predicted the BTC drops. Okay, I was actually looking for BTC to drop around these zones. Okay, you can see some market consolidation. Okay, market was kind of ranging somewhere around that zones. Okay, and we had a very nice drop. But before then, usually we don't trade during weekends, but since it's BTC, I saw this very nice setup here. I had to send the signals of sales of BTC to our free Telegram community and a general group. Okay, in which price was giving us some range at the time, and I think somewhere around Monday market open, that market open candle had to wick us out on this first entry. Okay, just slightly less than 1 pipette or 1 or 2 pipettes there. You can, let me expand it a little bit so that you guys can see. All right, so price had to take us out just with this little wick. Okay, because our stop loss was somewhere on this wick. Okay, so I was still very much confident about the drops. Okay, because I had to still, on seeing how this price candle closed again with more like this hammer shooting star kind of candle. All right, so I had to still send the signals again out. I told them I'm very confident about the drop, at least to have that TP1, which you can see, which is the 91,405 dollars. Okay, the 91k dollars of Bitcoin to the downside. So at least price at the time, we had price coming back to this support, and which we made a lot of money for ourselves, and signals were also being sent that a lot of people also benefited from this pursuit. Okay, overall Bitcoin was able to drop as far as 89k in our analysis of the drops. So that really shows how consistent or how versatile our strategy is. It works even on cryptos, anything tradable, anything that has the chart, as far as it has the chart or has to do with the chart. Okay, you can leverage with a strategy. Okay, you can see even when the price took us out from here, I was still very much confident, okay, about those drops, and we made a crazy lot of money from these trades. You know how very volatile price was, and in less than 4 hours we were done on this trade. Just 4 hours candle, and price matched our take profit and was still going all the way down to the downside. And this was on Monday, so just on Monday I was already done, because I actually leveraged real good on these trades. Okay, on just Monday market open, just one trade has settled me for the month and even for the week. Okay, so moving forward, since then we have had some series of bullishness. Okay, price came back, broke out, all right, retested. So price is now creating series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So what do you think would happen next? A new higher low would be created here, and expecting a new higher high on the 20th. Okay, so why do you think I'm also analyzing the BTC, okay, BTC for this week first? Is because we are also looking forward to make a lot of money from BTC this week because of the inauguration, or the swearing in rather, of the next presidency of the United States, which is the Donald Trump, okay, which won the election. So he will be sweared in on the 20th. So Bitcoin or crypto enthusiasts are looking forward for a bullish market for the 20th to come. So also aligning this with our price action, if you look at price is currently on a very nice base. Okay, looking left, you can see multiple week rejections. Okay, multiple week rejections like so. So why, tell me why price won't bounce off this area to the upside? Okay, so that's the fundamentals or sentimentals, okay, rhyming with our technicals. Okay, but for myself, I have to be patient enough for the daily candle to close bullish. Okay, for now the daily candle hasn't closed. Okay, for today, making this video is the 18th. Okay, so the daily candle for the 18th hasn't closed. So apparently on Sunday, or most preferably on Monday New York session, I may take advantage of this bullishness again. All right, a lot of money is going to be made next week. All right, price, let's take that out. Let's use the buy scenarios. Okay, so what you can do, you can just put stops, okay, somewhere at least slightly below these zones, and target these trend lines. Okay, you can see that trend line coming from all the way down here. All right, so that trend line all the way up there, almost 1:3 or even more. So what we're going to do, so this is more like a free signals. Okay, you can just keep your eyes on the chart, watch it real good, and we're looking forward for this to happen. But for me, I would love to see the daily candle close bullish first before I can jump into this trades. Okay, so also going back to this, if you can also remember looking at our last week thumbnail for YouTube, so that's always why it's very necessary you look at our YouTube thumbnail, because this was also a free signal. Okay, so just looking at just our YouTube thumbnail, which I'm going to paste it somewhere around this video. Okay, this was a free signal which I also sent from YouTube, our YouTube thumbnails itself, showing you guys, even writing here TP1 and writing here TP2. Okay, so at least one of our TPs, which was even more than 1:2, was being smashed, okay, at the time, and a lot of money was being made. Okay, so always be vigilant when you are looking at or watching our videos, not just watching it. Our thumbnail says a lot. Okay, gives out free information too on our thumbnail. So that'll be it for BTC for this week, and up next is GBPUSD. Out there, we should be having a more deeper retracement to our 1.3128 area, then a drop to the downside. Let's look left if we can find a resistance. The resistance is quite far. We could even have the drop all the way to our 1.2000 area, okay, or 20,000 area. You can see how we predicted the GBPUSD into precision. Okay, for last week we had two zones here, okay, which this was one of the zones which we were looking for price to come back into these zones, okay, these areas, and a drop to the downside. So practically that happened. Okay, and we predicted it into precision. So since then, price, and we also took advantage, if you also observe here, we took advantage of these buys. Okay, we took advantage of these buys to the upside, which, like I always say, I don't really trade retracement unless price shows me otherwise. Okay, at least I should have my retracement to give me at least 150 150 pips minimum. Okay, you can see this was a 200 pips retracement. So I saw this coming. I saw the pullbacks on the DXY, which I also used to my advantage. Hence, we were able to make money. We were able to send out these signals. Okay, and we made money from the buys, and also apparently making money from the sales too. All right, so that's the essence of our strategy. Our strategy you can use to buy the retracement, and also can use to buy the retracement and also follow the trend in the process. All right, so moving forward for this week, is very necessary we look at the weekly candle, how it closed. You can see this weekly candle, the way it closed is it's kind of fishy though, with more like a doji kind of candle. All right, is more like a doji kind of candle. And where is price? Looking left, you can see price is currently seated at support. Okay, we had a little bit tapped, price tapped into that support, and it has been ranging. All right, for the week, price has been more like in a range. For last week, okay, in a little range at some time, or at the time rather. All right, we had a little range somewhere around here. All right, so price has been ranging before we were able to have this slight drop. Okay, and so for this week's what are we looking forward for? Okay, for myself, I'm already on this bearishness, which I entered since like Thursday. Okay, when I saw price wicked into this area, so I'm ready on this trade. So how can you take advantage of the next week's price? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys, because looking at the weekly time frame how we close, I'm going to give you guys bullish and bearish scenarios. Okay, I know it's been a while I gave bullish scenarios, but there's also a reason why I am giving, or I would be giving, a bullish scenario this week. Okay, but all things being equal, either which way price goes, we are going to take advantage of it. And remember, we are still very much on a bearish trend. Okay, so I have marked out a zone, okay, which looks like price has already broken out of that zone, giving us a retest. But I appreciate the bullish candle kind of retest. Okay, then we can go for 100% retracement levels, which are very much important. Okay, so this is our first level, which is 1.209. okay, then we can go as far as our initial zones that we were looking for, which is at 1.198, all the way to the downside. And if that does not happen for the bullishness, okay, we should be looking at price to patient enough for price to break out of these highs. Okay, create a new higher high, a retest on our lower time frame, maybe the 1 hour or so, then we can go all the way to the upside somewhere around 1.248 area. Okay, so mark this out on your phone, your PC, or whatever device you are using to trade. So that's it for GBP USD for this week. And up next is Euro USD. I have some minor pullbacks of price back into zones like this. Okay, these zones like this. So if you see something like this, okay, we can take advantage of this buy to sells. Okay, then still same drops, okay, to our levels of our 1.009 all the way to the downside. So you can see Euro USD, how we predicted it into precision. We had our zones being marked out. Okay, our first we had two levels just like you saw on the video, and we had another level all the way up here, which price more like this also aligned with what we were looking for. Okay, this also aligned with what we were looking for, because price is more like reacting off the same zones. Right, these two candles, which is more like a double tweezer. Okay, if you are good with candlestick patterns or confirmations, you know that this is a double tweezer kind of candle. And if you look at it on the weekly time frame, okay, on the weekly time frame, how price apparently closed is a little bit fishy, like I said. All right, so we are looking forward for price. So this price closed more like a doji kind of candle, which means price could either go up or come down. But mind you, overall we are still very much bearish. Okay, we are still very much bearish on a Euro USD, and Euro USD still falls into our trading confirmations, which with that zone. So if the best bet to still trade Euro USD is still very much bearish, that's why we still have these zones all the way here. Okay, so price is already, this is more like a very nice setup. So what I'm going to do, I also mentioned during the week, okay, when I saw price all this bullishness, though I did not trade the reversals on Euro USD, but I did on GBP USD, which you guys saw, which I also sent signals. Okay, but I did not trade the reversals on Euro USD. So like I said, this was a very nice reversals, deep reversals as well that I was anticipating. So price also went to those areas. So even during the week, all right, when I saw that somewhere around here, when price was still somewhere around here, I told my people on the general group, I think price is going to give us a very deeper retracement to at least 1.035 area. Okay, If you doubt me or you think we are capping, here is the video. I saw that price would be buying, okay, even from our YouTube video, a weekly market forecast, I stated that we should be having some pullbacks to either of these zones, okay, which you have seen price clearly getting to those zones. But from my analysis right now, it seems like price would even go as deep as back to these highs of the 1.084, okay, all the way to these highs. We may have some pullbacks as deep as to that zone, okay. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'll adjust this here, so we should be having pullbacks to either 1.03 or 1.04, okay, either this level, right, this level here, this line, or the next line. All right, so you can see how I made mention of these zones, okay. These were the zones that we're looking for price to come back into, and before we had that drop, even before price was still somewhere down here. So I already predicted seeing that price may alter this level, okay, may alter that level and continue all the way to the upside. So that was to our own advantage, so which was also one of the reasons we had to take GBPUSD and had a very nice and good trade on GBPUSD. So moving forward for this week, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this to the downside, okay. So price has already broken out of this area, giving us that break, that retest there, and a push continuations to the downside. So this is more like on the go kind of trade. So if market open, but just be patient enough for London or New York sessions. But London sessions, for me, London session market open, okay, you can take these sales, very nice sales. This is a good trade on the go. All right, target, always target your first level 100% retracement level, which this is almost a 1:2. Very nice, good trade there. Then you can go as deep as your 1009 area, which we have been anticipating, which is over a 1:4, 1:3, all the way to the downside. So if our bearishness confirmations aligns, okay, we'll be seeing a very good, nice, deep continuations, actually, because we are still very much bearish and price is still creating series of highs, lows, highs, lows, highs. So what next do you think price would do? Create a new low, right, create a new high, and so on and so forth, okay. So we're looking forward for a very nice bearishness on Euro USD, but I'm still going to give you guys a bullish scenarios, okay, because of how price actually closed for the week with that doji candle on the weekly time frame. All right, so if all things being equal, if this has to happen, you can also leverage on that, okay. Price breaking out of these highs and these highs, creating a new higher high, you will look for your lower time frame retest and you go for the next levels, which is at 1.046, okay, all the way to the upside. So this is actually the bullish and the bearish scenario. So always mark it out on your PC or your device and look forward to either of these levels playing out. But if you may ask me, I'm still very much bearish, okay, and the trend is still very much bearish. So this is a very good setup for you guys and to also make money for yourself. So up next is the DXY. I like to give you guys two levels, okay. There's also another level of the 108 here. Price could be bearish to that area before a push continuations to the upside. So like, okay, welcome back. You can see how we predicted the DXY into precision. Looking at the DXY for weeks or months now, right, DXY has been creating series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and a new higher low is being created. So we are looking forward for a new higher high to be created, okay. So price actually moves in a waveform, okay. Market structure wise, this is how price moves, and it's only important and necessary that you trade with the trend, trade with the flow of the river, okay. So for last week, just like you saw, okay, we were predicting price to come to give us also probably a deeper retracement to these areas and a push continuations to the upside, but we had more of bearishness, okay. The bearishness took most of the week, so that's why you also saw us taking the opposite on GBPUSD and other pairs in which we traded also. So you can see how price came into these areas, okay, just like you saw on that before video for last week, came wicked into that area and started showing some sentiment of bullishness there to the upside. So market structure wise, we are still very much bullish on the DXY. So from what we did last week, and it's not really going to change, so we're still looking for more push to the upside. All right, but let me mark out a new minor level like so. All right, let me mark out a new minor level like so. So if price is able to clear these highs, all right, clear that high, create a new higher high, a retest on that high, and you can go for 100% retracement level, which is somewhere around our 1.1 area first. Then we can go as high. Remember, we are still targeting 1,000 to 2,000 pips to the upside. All right, so we are still targeting the 112.17 area all the way to the upsides. Okay, so that's it for the bullishness. And for the bearishness, all right, we are now still omitting the bearishness. Okay, the bearishness, you have to be very patient for price to clear these lows. Okay, a retest there and don't hold more than 0.7. okay, so you could have a deep retracement to 0.7 and close your trades, because even when price comes to 0.7 or 107 rather, 107, this is still very much a downtrend or just a retracement on the higher time frame, so price can still kick off from here all the way back to the upsides. Okay, so don't hold past 0.7. that's if the bearishness happens. Okay, so that'll be it for the DXY. Do well to mark out the levels on your PC or your device. Okay, so up next is USDCHF area. We can also have a deeper retracement back to our 0.905 area, then a push continuations to the upside. Right. USDCHF, just like you can see, we were looking for price to come into these areas and push continuations to the upside. All right, these levels are more like zones. Okay, these levels are more like zones, so price is reacting off the zone. All right, although it did not come directly into this black line, but if you look left, there's a minor zone here in which price reacted. Okay, let me plot it for you guys to see. All right, because I know some people may not know this. So there's actually a minor zone there in which price reacted, so price still gave us the pullbacks to our zones and a continuations to the upsides, which is a very nice one there. Okay, so as you know, the USDCHF is directly correlated to the DXY. So what are we looking for this week? So for this week, we already have that breakout, so the retest on that minor zone there and the push continuations to the upsides. Okay, or if you have bearishness, we should be looking for price to break these lows, retest, and target our 0.891 area. Okay, so that will be it for USDCHF. And also very well, if you look at the daily, is it the daily or the weekly time frame? Very important. If you look at the weekly or the daily time frame, you see price is currently seated at a resistance or on a resistance. So that's why I'm actually giving you guys the bearish scenarios. Okay, because next week anything could happen on most of these currencies. You can see here, looking left, okay, price is seated on that resistance. Same thing I did last week. Okay, so as of last week, we did not have this bearish candle. So this, if you also watched last week's video, it was also a very good opportunity to take that sales and make good money for yourself. Okay, so this does not omit this candle here. Is a very kind of tricky kind of candle confirmations, which also shows that there may be some potential bearishness to at least 0.9 before the bullish continuations. Don't get me wrong, we are still very much bullish. Okay, trend is very much bullish on, but you don't expect price to come into such a very strong resistance levels on the higher time frame and just break it that easily. Okay, price has to gain some sort of momentum on the higher time frames too before the price continuations to the upside. And if that is being cleared, or our next level target would be 0.94 all the way to the upside there. Okay, so that will be it for USDCHF. Up next is USDCAD. So for USDCAD, you can remember we have been predicting over 1,000 pips into the future, all the way from down here when price was somewhere around down here ending of November. So we have had some nice bullishness. Out of this, I think we have done like 400 pips thereabouts, okay, to the upside. We have done, let's see how many pips we have done. Okay, 395 pips, okay, almost 400 pips there to the upside. So if you have been following us between November and until date, you were riding all of these trends, okay, you might have made a very good amount of money for yourself. So that's why it's very necessary to always watch our videos and follow our trading analysis. Okay, so moving forward for USDCAD, okay, USDCAD, we can see USDCAD is very much bullish right now. Okay, USDCAD was on a range, more like a range for some weeks. That's why you guys did not see me mention or analyze USDCAD. You can see that range there. Okay, so now price is being able to break out of this resistance. Okay, you know our trading confirmations for trading breakout. Okay, so this was a very nice confirmation right there, right? We even had that retest on a lower time frame to gain during some fundamentals which was being released for price to gain strength and continuations to the upside. Okay, so if you also, so where are our next level targets for the coming weeks? Okay, so clearly we have had a new higher high being created, higher than this one's, a breakout, a retest on this zone, and a push continuations to the upside. So where is our next level target? Still 1000 pips to the upside. So we are looking forward for price to go to our 1.468 area, okay, all the way to the upside. Let me extend this a little bit like so. So break, retest here, and a push continuations to the upside. And if price really wants to be bearish, okay, if price really wants to be bearish, it's only necessary you wait for these areas to break out, retest, and still go back for our 1.427 area. Okay, so that will be it for USDCAD. Last but not the least, gold. For gold, you can see for like I think last week I did not include gold to our analysis during the weekly market forecast, but this I had to analyze during the week, okay, on our free Telegram community. So if you are not on a free Telegram community, please do what to smash the subscribe button, click on the link on the description below or the first comment there. You are going to see a link that is going to take you to our free Telegram community. You can join so that you can also get free signals like so. So looking at gold has been creating series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we are looking for a potential higher low and continuations to the upside for gold. Okay, so what does this mean? For last week during the weekend, I think somewhere around Tuesday, we did a live session with the people on the free Telegram community, and we spotted this good trade which I sent out to them, and a lot of people also made money. And I also traded unemployment claims, which I took opportunity of this nice 1:1 to the upside. You know, news tradings are very fast, and so these were the trades, and which I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video. Okay, so for the coming weeks, what should we be looking for or looking at price to do? All right, so let's go to our daily time frames. Okay, so you can see price, this bullishness now. Price is currently seated on a very nice resistance like so. All right, price is seated on a very nice resistance like so. So what should we be expecting? Some nice drops. Okay, so where is the next level that we can continue bullishness? Though I'm going to give you bullish and bearish scenarios, okay, for gold for this week. So I'm going to mark out these levels like so. So we're looking for price to come back into these areas and push continuations to the upside. Always remember your first level target, which is our 2724 ounce. Then we can go all the way to as high as our 278 ounce. Okay, so that's what we are looking for on the bullishness. And for the bearishness, guys, you have to be super patient. Okay, I won't be interested in the bearishness until price can clear these lows, guys. All right, it only makes sense that price clears the structural lows. Okay, if you are on a mentorship, you know what we are talking about. Okay, so price clears this structural lows, a retest there, then a push continuations to our 2611 area. Okay, so that's the bullish and bearish scenarios, and that's it for this week, guys. And if you are still watching this video to this very moment, you are the real OG. Please do well to like, share, and also subscribe, and also drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know your own thought on this trading, or how well our weekly trading analysis has been helpful to you. And let's just chit chat on the comment section. And also, any video that you love us to do, also drop it on the comment section, and always keep trusting the process. And see you guys next week. Cheers.